Welcome back, everybody. I'm just south of my base, and there's actually a town down here. Now, if you remember in the first episode, I came by this town. This is the big old jumbo jet, right? But I saw white strain across the river, so I turned around and went north, ended up settling up here. Um, Now, that's the town that I'm going to be exploring. Is the town that's filled with white strain zombies. White strain are the toughest zombies in the difficulty that I'm playing. If I play on a harder difficulty, there's also invisible strain, which is like a whole game mechanic unto itself. Um, but yeah, for typical zombies like this, the white strain are the toughest. They have a bunch of health. I don't know if they hear better or not. It seems like they probably do, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And also, when they grab you, they drain your stamina or increase your fatigue, however you want to think of that, by a lot. So, what I'm going to have to do, I think, is try to go very slowly. Um, and hopefully, this is slow enough that I'm not dead, but not too slow that it's boring. Because, yeah, obviously, I don't want to have a boring video, but this can, yeah, get pretty crazy pretty quickly. Yeah, here's two zombies. Just run backwards, run backwards. Yep, they're chaining. Okay, we're gonna have to start fighting. He can't get grabbed again, probably. Again, focusing their feet so they're slow. That means you can run away if needed. Um, but yeah, you can't kill a zombie just by attacking its legs. And now I'm getting high on fatigue meter. You can see in the bottom right, so I do less damage. But luckily, we just had two of them there. Yeah, so that was that three zombies? Yeah, I think it was three. And I guess the damaged leg one, that's an effect of being on slightly easier difficulty. Half the zombies will have damaged legs. Um, Come on, let's. Uh, yeah, they're not much of a threat because you can always just run away from these guys, basically. Well, that's a runner, though. I thought that was another damaged leg dude because he was just chilling, like, uh, right at, like, the edge of my vision for so long. Is he dead? Yeah, he is. So I'm trying to just chill on the kind of periphery of this town, clearing out zombies. At least a little bit. So that way, what was that I saw? Oh, it was just saying it's a rock. So that way when I start going into town, there just won't be as many zombies to, like, chase after me. Oh, yeah, I kind of wish there was a way to, like, more quickly tell them to back up. Looks like another runner's coming up. Dive, thank you. If you can dodge that dive, you're in pretty good shape. You can obviously just really focus them. And take the 1 gold that we've earned. I got spike. I don't know if I showed this last episode, but I have spiked bats for everyone now, or at least for my 3 dudes that kind of go exploring together. I don't know where I got all the baseball bats, but I got 2 baseball bats. So I just came over to the workbench that's in the town where I made the first one, I guess. And made the other 2. Sorry, it's a little hard to talk while doing this. Okay, let's make sure this guy doesn't come up behind me. Oh yeah, it looks like they're kind of far off, but they seem to have been drawn from my sound. Oh, that was a runner. Maybe it wasn't drawn by the sound. 2 runners. Focus the legs. Focus the legs. There we go. Okay, we should be good. It's always scary when a couple runners run up at once. Just of how quickly they can. Oh, just get away from them for a second. How quickly they can just, like, drain your stamina and you can die. I don't know if I've mentioned this specifically so far this episode, but if your fatigue meter is full when they grab you, then they'll bite you, and then you will be infected with whatever strain of zombie it is that's, grabbing you. And for the other types of, or at least the lesser strains, you can use an antigen to cure yourself, if you can use it within a certain amount of time. And for white strain, there is no cure, and it kills you within like 10 seconds. So you need to keep your fatigue meter low or your stamina high, whichever way you want to look at that. I'm used to State of Decay, so I usually say stamina just by accident. Yeah, you have to really be careful. Oh, another gun. That's good. Can I just grab all of this, actually? Because all this stuff is pretty good. Oh, obviously I can't grab... Yeah, I can't grab all of the charcoal or corrugated steel. I don't know if I said... I don't think I said this. I started a kiln at base. Let me just run backwards a little bit so I can talk without those zombies. I don't know exactly how far she's gotten. No, she hasn't done it. There's a kiln starting there and another cabin starting there. Whoopsies. Oh, so, I don't know exactly what to do with that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Was stuff to learn about, and hopefully stuff I can learn about before I start on my theoretical real base, kind of over to the east that we talked about, I think, last episode. Green Strain is the easiest, by the way, if you do not recall, so they can basically die to one headshot with my baseball bat here. But yeah, there's a lot to learn about in this game, and unfortunately, unlike State of Decay, which also has a ton to learn about, and like Project Zomboid or whatever, this game doesn't have as good of resources because it's a very small indie game. It's literally made by one guy. There is a Discord, and oh, chicken wire. I can build chicken wire fences directly with that. It is a very nice Discord. Like I've asked questions in there and gotten answers within, a little bit of time. But there's just not as much, definitely not as many as like State of Decay or Project Zomboid or whatever. But yeah, there's not as many or as good of resources online yet. Oh, a pot. I think I probably need that. Yeah, let's put that back. Probably need that in order to make the advanced recipes. Okay, let's put back some of this crap. Can I take that? Yeah. Okay, there's another white strain. What am I seeing to the top right? Oh, that's just the other thing. Okay, so let's head back towards base. Let me check the map again, actually. How much did I do? Okay, so there's still a little bit across the street. But I've cleared out probably a dozen zombies in this. Whoa, where am I going? Wrong way. I've cleared out probably a dozen or so, at least, zombies in this spree. Wait, actually, much more than a dozen, I think. So I think we've been helpful, and we got some good stuff. That pot was one of the things I was looking for, really. So that's really good to have found that. I think I've started to get. Let me just. One nice thing, you can just like click like this. Wait, where's she going? Charlotte, where are you going? What does Charlotte do? Oh, she's coming to get the pot from me. That's happened a couple times with, no, you're going back to base. It's happened a couple times with, Bane, where I'll just have, like, bought a seed, and he'll just, like, walk out into the wilderness. So there's a little bit of, like, kind of stupidness with the AI. But, yeah, I'll just come back here, and I'm sure that'll be fixed. It's just such a minor thing. So I am close to base, so it's not that big of a deal. Is she coming back out? Yeah, she's coming back out to get the pot from me. Yes, here you go. Okay, so hopefully, next time you see me, which is going to be in like 10 seconds, I'll have some really cool food to eat, and this corpse will be moved out from the middle of my base. So Aaliyah here has finished crafting two important buildings. I have the kiln here, which can actually do a number of things. Unfortunately, she's maxed 4 stars. Every character, except for like the character you start with, has, just like in State of Decay, can have a lower maximum than the typical 5 stars that is I guess, the real maximum. So Aaliyah here, for instance, can max out 5 stars on cooking, but on construction, even though I think she started with 3 stars, but she can't get any higher than 4 stars. And that seems to be the way for most characters. Like, I just go through here, there'll be some that they're pretty good at, and then others, oh, this is my main character, or the starting character, but others, like they just can't do too well at. So Aaliyah here is stuck at 4 stars construction, unfortunately, so she can never make cement here because it requires 5. But she can do some of this other stuff, so I found that big cache of corrugated iron down here somewhere, or corrugated steel, sorry. So if I brought that corrugated steel up, I can melt it down, and that's, was it like 5 steel per, yeah, 5 steel per? As far as I can tell, corrugated iron, oh, this is corrugated iron. That was corrugated steel. Is that 2 different things, or is that just, I think that's the same. Oh, now I'm doubting myself. I thought that those were the things that I wanted. Oh, I didn't ever scout that house. Whoops. I went back down here to scout a little bit more, but I guess I didn't scout that place. I thought that was the thing I wanted, but maybe it's not. In any case, yeah, I can start melting that down, hopefully, and I can also make some charcoal. You need charcoal for a lot of stuff. It just takes 1 plank to make it. And steel here is iron ore, like the traditional recipe, I guess, is iron ore plus a charcoal equals a steel. But I don't have iron ore because the iron ore is mainly over here, where my new base is probably going to be. You might see these refugees. Unfortunately, like the refugees last episode, they just don't want to join up. I asked on the Discord about that, and they're either too loyal or they're too skeptical. Those are 2 different traits that that a character can have. They're either loyal or skeptical, and so I can either pull them away from each other effectively, or I can't, like, because they're too loyal, or they're not ready to join me because they're too skeptical. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it goes. I do want more people, but I just can't quite find more people to recruit. Oh, I didn't see this happening up here. Anyway, yeah, so there's a number of things I can do here. But when we come over here to the forge, there's a lot of stuff she can do. Or eventually someone can do. Like I can craft ammo. Construction 5, unfortunately. Also Construction 5 for the katana. I saw that recipe. I was like, that's not actually that expensive. I can make katanas. Unfortunately, that's Construction 5, so I'm not going to be able to do that anytime soon. I think the only person with Construction 5 is my main, or who could do Construction 5 is my main character, and he's currently, like, on the edge of hitting Construction 3, so maybe at the next base, once he builds up a bunch of stuff, he'll be able to do construction, he'll be able to make katanas for us, but not anytime soon. Whoops, why am I on her? I meant to be on Aaliyah. Where is she? There she is. Yeah, but there's so much stuff here, so I think my goal for this episode is going to be to come down here, haul all of this up. All the corrugated steel, all the charcoal, all the chicken wire, and all the wood. Which is a little dangerous because this is the white strain territory. But hopefully it doesn't take too long. It's not too difficult, and with 3 people, it's not too difficult, or not too dangerous. I mean, maybe I'll even have Aaliyah join them and have just for 4 people. I mean, but and basically prepare ourselves for next episode where we can start work on a big base over here. Now, hopefully we can get a couple more recruits because 8 people for a huge base isn't really enough. And theoretically, this base that I have can hold, it has 18 beds in it. So I could even, fill up here reasonably well. We'll see, how that goes. I'm not obviously ready for winter. It's still early summer, so don't really have to worry about that. But, yeah, my crops are coming in nicely, by the way. Let me switch topics here really quickly. I keep having to expand my corn because every time a corn finishes growing, I think I get 2 seeds from it. Or maybe it just I think I probably get 2 seeds from it. So it's replanted and then I have an extra seed as well. Yeah, maybe it's not 2 seeds, but it's more than 1 seed each time, it seems like. So I keep on having to expand corn. But yeah, it looks like once I move, I'm going to have to allot a large area to crops. Um, I don't really know which crops are the good crops to have. Uh, yeah, we've only done one special food where she's right here, and she's holding a container of meaty stew, which I think is just like meat and some like carrots or something. It's not, and a bunch of water. It's not too crazy, but yeah. So let me start hauling stuff in, and I guess in the rain, or at least hopefully it won't be raining in the morning, and start getting my supplies ready for next episode. So there's a group of refugees here. They walked by my base. I talked to them, and they didn't want to join me, but they did come in and they're sitting by the fire. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. So if I talk to this guy, well, I can talk to him again, but I did just talk to him right before I started recording, and he said that he could use a new book. Anything with a Dark Lord and a map in the front would do him well. Let me pause it while I do this. Would that be a sci-fi novel, maybe? I was thinking a fantasy novel. Do I have a fantasy novel? Detective, sci-fi, sci-fi. The Lizard Empress, that seems kind of like the thing that they're going for. Please don't leave, please don't leave. Sit by my fire a little bit more. Hey, you, no, come back. Where are you going? No, you, okay. I got you a present. That. How thoughtful. Thank you. Okay, what's your opinion of me? You gave me a really thoughtful present. You take the time to talk to this. You're a really nice chick. How about joining us? Oh, nice. Did all three of them join me? All three of them joined me. There we go. I just had to give them a present. Okay, great. Brandon Davenport, Alexa Conrad, and Richard Conrad. And they did mention that the Conrads are husband and wife. I didn't catch that on camera, unfortunately. I was too annoyed by the fact that they didn't immediately join me that I stopped recording. And then they came in and sat by the fire, and I talked to them a bit more. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I couldn't give them a gift. That was my bad, but what can you do? But now we have three new people, which is exactly what I wanted. Oh, he is an expert fighter. Holy crap, he's an expert fighter. And an expert construction. He's just an expert all around. Holy moly. And farming. Okay. I don't even know what to do with him. He's so good at everything. Like, my first thought was, oh, he can go haul stuff and just be like a good hand-to-hand fighter against the white strains, but why waste him doing that when he can do so much other stuff? This guy will be another, or Alexandra, this woman will be a good archer guard or hunter, but could also be a good cook. Most recipes are unlocked at level 2 cooking, but let me look. There's also a still that you can build that requires, I think you need 4 construction to build the still, but then you need 5 cooking, level 5 cooking, in order to use the still, and you can make vodka there, using sugar that I think you get from beets, maybe, and corn, and then water. So that's something to think about, at least for the next base. And this guy just kind of sucks, although he does have high maximum. So this guy can definitely haul stuff. He has high maximum hand-to-hand combat, so he'll be good. So that's just really nice to have 3 new people, because that was, one thing I was shooting for. Great, let me get these guys situated, and yeah, I'll be back in a second when I have more stuff to show off, I guess. I've just been doing my thing here, and a refugee just ran up, so let's see what they have to say for themselves. Nope. Nope. Why do you have to stand right on top of the door, dude? Great. What's their name? Oh, Jeffrey Lamb. What was the other guy's name? I thought that was... Oh, I have Jeffrey Reed and Jeffrey Lamb. This guy is a little bit of a ninja, it looks like. Max Stealth, and eventually could be a good construction person, but not for a long while. But in the time being could be a good fighter. So maybe I'll have him haul some stuff. I've been making... Whoa, there's raiders down here. I've been making pretty good time here. Almost all the corrugated steel is gone, and a decent chunk of the charcoal. Next, I'm going to work on the chicken wire, and then probably once I've drained all of these, not the clothes, just the building supplies. Once I've drained these, then I will probably call it an end for the episode. And there's some more raiders over here that were dead. Oh, I didn't see those guys up there. I probably can't make it up to them to recruit them. I can try, but probably won't make it. Some raiders did stop by, and they got killed. These, what are they? The Smiley Rabbit Command. Very silly name, and they were not very good looters, so they all got killed. Someone is making... For whatever reason, the undead bears are, like, making graves for them. I don't care. Anyway, yeah. Once I've gotten all this, then I'll call it in for the episode, and then next episode we'll focus on building up this base. I think it's going to be my plan is to have a pretty big base, because I don't want to have to make another base, and I want it pretty big to be able to hold everything, especially compared to just like these small bases. I want a big base. Gotta build big. Alrighty, so all the hauling is done. It's all up at my base. I have a ton of steel as they work through the corrugated steel in the kiln. I'm making a decent amount of saltpeter as I work through my urine, which is a weird thing to say. Also have a good amount of wood and charcoal just built up, and a little bit of stone. I have one person dedicated on the stone, so that number will go up. But I have a good amount of supplies, and yeah, I mean, this was a great starter base. I'm really happy about how things are, but I'm very excited for how things will be at this next base over here. I'm not sure exactly how big it will be, but I think I'm going to use this for a wall, and hopefully it will be like dwarfing the like normal size for these other bases. At least that's my hope. I don't really know how these, iron ore boulders or lead ore boulders work, but this is kind of a learning run anyway. So however it works, I'm happy. Um, like, I mean, if I mess up, I mean, that's fine. It's just a learning run. Uh, in preparation, what button am I trying to press? In preparation, I have undesignated this whole area for farming. So the way that works is that it appears, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I'm like 90% sure. Shane will continue to water all the crops and will harvest all the crops as they become ripe or whatever, but he will not replant them. Um, so I'll end up, hopefully within a couple days, as I'm building up the other base, I'll end up with just all the seeds. Oh, well, I mean, I'll have the food as well, but I won't have any crops staying here, which is what is my goal. So that way, over at the other base, I can replant and have just like a big farm, but only at the other base, and not have to worry about um, maintaining crops over here. What else is there to mention? Oh, one small thing. This campfire here, you can see the brown. I thought that brown bar that's like right underneath the pie chart right there that I'm kind of pointing at with the arrow there, I thought that had something to do with the food, but that is wrong. That is actually the fuel for the fire. That's like how much fuel is left. It's just been refilled, that's why it's full. Um, One of the guys over here went and grabbed charcoal and used it to refuel the fire. I hadn't seen that before. I mean, I hadn't had charcoal before just today, I guess. But every other time they've just let the fire go out and then I relit it with a plank of wood. I guess they won't just take a plank of wood and put it in the fire, or for whatever reason it just never happened. Um, but yeah, I thought that was an interesting little thing that they'll just keep the fire going. Um, yeah, I think that's it for today. Uh, and next time we will have hopefully the supplies for at least the starting of a base over here, which will be great. I can start building stuff and then moving people over and moving all my stuff over. Great fun, great fun, and hopefully that base I'll keep organized because this place is a mess. Like this has, oh you can't even see it, but like I basically just threw everything in this shack, and then I threw everything in this shack once this shack was full, and then stuff just started going everywhere. Like wherever I had room, I would just whatever place was closest, I just throw the stuff in there. Um, so yeah, that was interesting. Probably not the best choice, but whatever. This is the starter base. It can be a mess. Um, yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'm excited for next episode where we can, really get that base going and see what like the end game or maybe just the mid game. I'm not really sure how deep things go of this game goes.